Story Time with your host, Sir Cornelius Reginald. This episode, Texas government.
Oh, hello. You must be here for the lecture on story time with Sir Cornelius Reginald. And, or of course you can know me as my bar name, Rick Parista, of course. Well, as you can see, we're going to learn a little bit about Texas government. And we're going to go over something very important. Well, to give an overview, Texas is now part of the great country in the United States, right? And, well, it is very special in that people have the power to voice their opinions, to change legislation, and, get new laws passed. Now, how do people do this? Well, it's very simple. By voting. Now, voting in Texas, it's not all fancy, schmancy, crancy, lancy, tansy, Tom Clancy, prancy that it's all hyped up to be, It's formal. It has requirements. Now, I'll actually tell you guys a little story about a woman who tried to vote. She was very beautiful. Her name was LaQuisha LaShante Nene. God, gorgeous girl. I actually asked her out on a couple of dates. But she rejected me. I still to this day don't know why. I swear she was my soulmate. I don't understand. But look, sorry. Okay, sorry. Back to the story. Okay, so this is it. Okay. Now, LaQuisha LaShante Nene, she tried to vote, and she lived in Texas, of course, but she was not prepared. She didn't have all the requirements met, so she was not actually able to vote.
Well, you can tell Tracy that it's not my fault that her husband flirts with me. Hold on, I have to go vote, okay? Bye. Hi, how are you?
Very good. Can I help you with?
I'm here to vote.
Well, actually, how old are you?
I'm 17 and hot.
Well, fortunately, you can't vote until you're 18.
What?
Sorry.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Now, LaQuisha LaShante Nene, she one day wakes up and wants to vote. She goes down to the polls and she runs into a problem. Well, turns out that she's 17, beautiful, and gorgeous. But she's not 18. You have to be 18 to vote. Oh, here you are. As we can see, she tries one more time to vote. Gosh, she's so persistent, so bold, so marvelous. In a way, she actually reminds me a lot about myself. No surprise that I took such a fancy in her.
Oh my god, Chelsea, it's my 18th birthday! We're gonna, oh my god, do all these fun things. We're gonna have crazy parties, meet cute boys. Okay, hold on, I'm just gonna go vote, alright? I'm 18 finally. Hi.
Hello.
I'm back. I'm 18 now, so I can definitely vote, right?
Well, happy birthday. Did you get your voter ID though, by chance?
What is that?
Well, it's an identification to vote.
I'm sure you can guess how this ends. Now, there are a few formal qualifications that it takes to be able to vote. You have to have proper photo identification, which includes a driver's license, a voter ID, a passport, or actually a concealed handgun license. And in addition with this, you need to be a US citizen, you have to be at least 18 years old, and you have to have lived in the district for at least 30 days. Now, the power to vote is actually very important in society. It lets the people voice their opinions and determine what kind of legislation gets passed. There's actually something very recent that passed. It's on the tip of my tongue, I can't remember. What is it? It's something.
It's the one about the guns.
Thank you. Those hooligans. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you scared me. What was it? Oh yeah, I'm going to talk to you about the legislation that passed. Well, recently this year, Texas Congress has passed legislation that allows CHL holders to carry their concealed weapons on college campuses. Now, my good friend Officer Moobone has good words to say about this matter.
As far as campus is concerned, I do have some concerns. Number one being our current training that we do for an active shooter situation is very straightforward. It's very search and destroy type deal. We look for the threat, eliminate the threat. So the problem that it's going to cause, if God forbid we have an active shooter situation, is we have CHL carriers that are carrying, they pull their weapons out at the scene. We arrive to the area. How are we supposed to know who's a good guy and who's a bad guy? The way we train now is to see the threat, eliminate the threat. You know, I could see a situation happening that somebody has a firearm with it and they bend over and it falls down the ground. You know, I mean, something like that could happen. It probably has happened, you know. Well, that's a whole different story, you know. Now we're going to deal with that according to the law. And as a CHL holder, you've got to be responsible for that firearm. You know, there's not going to be any leeway for that. You know, if that occurs, you're going to be dealt with according to the law, which means get taken to jail for it. So.
Okay. I'm so sorry again. Yes, you know, playing with these guns actually reminds me a lot about a story about a boy named Timmy, little Timmy. And it's actually a great example about voting in Texas. He's a crazy little boy, energetic, bouncing off the walls, and caused great ruckus. Until one day, his father busts through the door and teaches his ass a lesson.
I'm trying to focus on getting my voter ID.
Okay. I want to be just like my daddy.
Son, if you want to be like your daddy, then you need to learn the facts of Texas government. Here's your dad, teach you.
Well, you need to be at least 21 years old,
Finally.
and you need to fill out all this paperwork. It only takes about a half an hour. It's too short, in my opinion. But you need to fill out all this paperwork, and then you get your gun. And then you go on about your business.
Daddy, I filed 21 and I got my open carry license. Let's go shooting. Oh.
So glad he got a CHL license. Now, we got in a survey from what appears to be a Collin County Community College. Professor Sal... Oh, quite handsome. Okay, let's continue. So, about half the class felt very strongly about government, and there was a small minority that did not. Change that. Now, looks like the vast majority of students have either not voted or only voted 1 or 2 times. And when the students were asked about how they felt about concealed handguns on campus, it looks like, what was it, about half said, hell no, man, shit. And about a third said, ooh, I'm scared. And 20% said yes. So, it looks like that's all we have for you today. If you don't mind.
Let me see your titties. Let me see your titties. She said, okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Big booty